What up, YouTube? J1 right back. Basically, I'm here just to explain my Machina Gadget deck. I told you what I have in it like before, but I really didn't explain it. Probably just I touched upon it, but not as much. Basically, I run three fortresses. They're the beat stick in this deck. It's who you're supposed to run. I run three gear frames. Basically, I use the gear frames to either search up the fortresses or the forest, and mostly the forest because the reason I'm running two fortresses is because of the fortress. Basically, the strategy is you use Scrap Recycler, you dump the fortress, and then you use Gear Friends to search out forest, Scar Forest, special summon fortress, and then you got what, 3 monsters on the field like that. Then you equip Gear Friends to fortress or Scrap Recycler. But either way, the point is to get either one of the gadgets or the Gear Frames in the grave. Use Scrap Recycler's effect to whatever, bring it back and you draw one. Plus one's always good. Cyber Dragon's in here, of course, just because you will need to special summon in this deck, and like if you have nothing, it's just a good 21 beater. And he's good with Chimera Attack and against other mirror matches and all this kind of crap. Smashing Ground, of course, this is running gadget, so you do need 1-for-1 cards. Smashing Ground is great. And I'm running 18 monsters, but these monsters basically search each other out, so it's real good to just draw spells and traps. And I'm usually drawing spells and traps, so that's basically how it somewhat runs. Book of Moon is always good because, it's basically protections, guards you from all this other stuff. And it's quick play, so, it's chainable. Solidarity is good to boost up my gadgets, especially because in this deck I have nothing but machines. And the problem with gadgets, one problem with gadgets that I have, the gadgets are really weak. So I'm running 2 solidarities to boost them up. So I don't know if anyone else played gadgets, but if you have just a yellow gadget on the field, 1200 attack is like, alright, you about to get ran over. Solidarity gives it that extra push to 2000, and 2000 and plus gadgets are just beasts. So yeah, MST, Blow Spells and Traps, Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice in here for that draw power, because you are going to be sending a lot of stuff to the graveyard because of the gear frames equipped to the fortresses, the Scrap Recyclers, all this stuff. Even though you may have 2 Scrap Recyclers to recycle, you do need that Pot of Avarice to bring most of this stuff back, and then basically you'll be able to do everything all over again, and just your opponent will get really pissed off and tired of this. Brain Control, basically I wasn't running this for a while until I went on Pojo, posted my deck, and then you saw it in my last deck vid. I did have Brain Control. I was iffy about it, but now I'm very sure about it. It's really good. Really good. I've top Brain Control and just basically won the match because I took my opponent's monster and just attacked them with it. It was like, wow. Even for a low cost 800. Even though you don't synchro with this deck, it's still good because you might have Brain Control and then you have a Cyber Dragon in your hand. You Brain Control their monster, take it, attack them, sack it, and switch on the Cyber Dragon, and summon Cyber Dragon. It's tribute. Heavy Storm blows everything up. Limiter removal, you are running machines, so limiter removal is real good if you have 2 fortresses on the field. And fortress with this deck is real easy to get out. So if you have 2 fortresses on the field and your opponent has nothing, you attack, drop a limiter during that little damage step situation. They lose 5,000 per, so that's just straight up OTK. D-Prison, I was really contemplating about D-Prison and what's it called, Compulsory, but I saw that I am running 3 Book of Moons, so Book of Moons are, actually, chainable, so I really don't have to worry about that, and D-Prison just rids monsters off the field. Running 2 Bottomless, you have to staple almost. Dust Tornado is for back row. I know some people's like, oh, run 1 or just run a 1 in a trap center or whatever. Dust Tornadoes are really good because, they'll just play it face down and Dust Tornado it, so always good. Mirror Force, you have to have it. Trap Dust Shoot. This card is great. Like, Trap Dust Shoot gives you a little sneak peek of what your opponent has in their hand, and you could basically destroy their strategy, and you won't be afraid to play probably your gadgets because it's like, all right, I'll Trap Dust Shoot that, and you probably have nothing in your hand now. Just summon gadgets, and you keep getting pluses off the gadgets, and draw any of these spells and traps most likely. Solemn, great. Torrential, and like I said, this is supposed to be a Royal Oppression. Because with Royal Oppression is real good because you do have these 3 gadgets and, they plus off each other. And then you have the Gear Frame. Gear Frame does search out the force and you special summon, but the thing is, Gear Frame is 1800 beater. 1800 plus the Solidarity plus the limiter removal. That right there is just he's just strong. You're running 3 of those, so it's just great. And basically, this is some of my deck, and you cannot forget the Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. You have to at least run one of these. Expect another one in the mail. And Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon is just magnificent because like if they switch some of the Cyber Dragon and you already you have nothing on the field, they attack you, whatever, bring out a gadget, and you most likely will have a gadget, whatever, you will fuse their monster and yours, clear their field out, attack with Chimera Tech for get 2,000. Mix that with Solidarity, and then the limits removal. Beautiful. And then the thing is, they can't do that against you because Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon cannot be used as a fusion material, so he's just great. Thanks for watching, and peace out, YouTube. G1 Rap.